to 10 or something, just so I get a voice level?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, that's good. All right, Maury, go ahead.
Okay.
Just address Maury.
Oh, right.
Okay,
go
could you
ahead.
tell us why you decided to pick up your whole operation and come on down to Florida?
Well, I think the reason we moved here, basically, was that it was becoming more and more difficult to find qualified help in the New York metropolitan area. Many creative people wanted to come to work with us, but just refused to live in the metropolitan area. So we decided that we'd have to find a
Change from the National Enquirer, the paper with 1 million circulation and the goriest articles in the country, to the new National Enquirer with 3 times the circulation?
Well, our basic change in editorial content occurred about 5 years ago. We used to carry quite a bit of gore, as some of you can remember, and the outlets we had, which were basically the old-fashioned newsstands and corner stands and candy stores in the major cities, were closing. Our circulation, which had hit about 1 million copies 5 years ago, stalled. It was going nowhere, and the stands were closing at a very rapid rate, and then gradually started picking it up. I'd say it took us about 6 months to get back to the 1 million level, and we've been growing ever since.
What makes the National Enquirer so popular? What is it that your readers love to read in the National Enquirer?
Well, I think it's very hard to pinpoint, but I think
Enquirer that you just love to have.
I'd say another Manchester book about the Kennedy assassination, but I've always told my editors that I think I'd give a special prize to someone who could come up with this, with a compelling 52-week series. I don't suppose there's any one story that would make the Enquirer. I think it's a combination of all the stories we run.
What are some great stories that you'd really like to see?
Well, I'm not sure I really understand that question. What do you mean by great stories?
Well, I know that there are certain kinds of stories that your readers really love to read. I guess basically what I'm saying is, what kind of story is your reader most interested in? What would he really like to see in the paper?
Well,
Topics.
I think our readers, and when I say our readers, I think most people in the country would like to read about anything with a little hint of uplift, something that can make their lives a little better. There are many categories of stories that people are interested in. They're interested in people helping other people. They're interested in helping people themselves. We also found that people are interested in getting involved with the publication. We run many features which involve the reader in the sense that the reader writes to us, sends us ballots. We have many polls. We welcome readers writing in for any type of information they would wish to get answers to. We have a reader service. I think our mail pull is astounding considering our size. We get about 25,000 pieces of mail from readers each week, and most of the mail gets answered. We personally answer most of the mail, and I think people want to feel personally involved with the publication.
If you say you encourage readers to write into you about anything they want to know,
Yes.
what do they ask?
Oh, all kinds of things. They might want to know, how do I get in touch with Jean Dixon? What's her address? Or if we run a medical story, they'd like to know a little bit more about it. Or they might want to know how to contact a certain doctor. It runs the gamut. There's no one story in particular or no one subject.
The Enquirer going to be different next year?
Well, we are going to increase the number of pages. We're currently running 32. We will be running 48, which will mean a substantial increase in editorial content. We are going to run more promotional stories of many and varied types. One in particular that we've had on the fire for a while, we're going to run a walk around the world. We're going to pick 6 teenagers who are going to start out probably in Washington, walk around the world, including Red China and Russia. Russia, we've gotten permission from already. We hopefully will have Red China soon. We figure it'll take about 2 years, and hopefully they'll be back in Philadelphia in time for the bicentennial. The purpose of this will be a people-to-people program, showing how people in various...
I also noticed you have a squirrel that works here.